Property 360 on Smart 24 television, driving business. And with us tonight is Mr. Birens Wolf, the CEO of Easy Housing. Welcome back.
Thank you.
What has been your journey in Uganda as Easy Housing? And what are your plans?
Well, we have big ambitions. And the journey so far has been a very exciting one. We built our first home in Uganda around 2.5 years ago, early 2021. And that was a 2-bedroom family home in Arua. And that basically kicked off our concept in the Uganda market. And since then, a lot has happened. At the start of this year, we were still a very small team in Uganda. And by now, we've grown the Ugandan team into around 10 people, ranging from marketing up to production managers and building teams, of course. If you include the building teams, we've grown into a team of around 25 people. And most interestingly, the market interest has picked up significantly since we introduced an online campaign in August, September, which now resulted in around 300 potential clients and around 10 projects.
Wow. Okay,
so it's growing fast.
It's growing so fast.
So it will be very interesting next year when I come back to Uganda mid-January. I am going to set up a second workshop and a new building team to also scale up the production capacity for these new clients. So very exciting times. By now we have established all the processes in Uganda. We know what clients are looking for. We know that our price point works in the market, and basically it's a very promising perspective for 2024.
Okay. I mean, it's such a beautiful journey. But our viewers would want to know, what are the benefits of using timber? Because
one of the benefits that I would mention is the aesthetics of it, but of course that's personal preference. When it comes to your own home, everyone has their own ideas of what they think is beautiful and what they want in their house. But for me personally, timber is a very beautiful product to work with.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
And it looks. It's a natural product. It breathes. It regulates the humidity in the house and the temperature. It feels warm. So those are some of the intuitive reasons for why people like to live in a timber house.
Yes.
And on top of that, when you look at the way we approach timber construction, it's also, I think, the predictability of the quality, because we produce in factories, and prefabrication in Uganda is not very common in the construction industry yet. But because we do that, we allow precision and quality control already at the production site in the workshop. So clients that choose for our product have more security of getting a quality level that they can see beforehand in our projects around. So basically, if you approach a local contractor that you don't know, it's always a surprise what comes out of it. And by choosing a standardized system, that gives a lot of security to clients. In addition, timber prefabrication also allows for very fast building cycles, because you don't need a lot of waiting time for example, putting a concrete slab. That takes a long time in terms of excavation, curing times for the concrete. While in our factory, because of the speed of production, we can actually build your house within 4 months after you sign the contract. So from the moment you sign, you know that within 4 months, unless there are waiting times, but for now that's around the time that we can promise a client, they will get their house completed.
Okay.
So it's the fast speed, the predictability of the quality in the product, next to the the comfort and the aesthetics of it. Those, I think, are the most important reasons why clients choose for a timber house.
Okay. And the circular benefits of timber construction?
Yes. Maybe good to introduce a bit how we do that. So our building technology is designed in line with the principles of the circular economy. And the circular economy, as opposed to a linear economy, makes sure that everything you produce is produced in a way that it can be reused at the end of life or in between. And for construction, that's very important because traditional construction with, for example, concrete means that you have to demolish a building when you want to do something else. While with prefabricated timber and all the connection details that we use and the fact that we produce it in a factory and can put it together on site within a few days, also means that you can easily modify it. So it's easy to do maintenance and repairs. It's easy to relocate a structure in case you would have to do that for any reason. It's also easy to increment your house. We have a few floor plans in our standard models that can be incremented from, for example, 1 bedroom into a 3-bedroom house. And the only thing you have to do is you disconnect a part of the structure and you add some of the elements that we make, and then your house turns into a 3-bedroom home. And also a 2-bedroom that can turn into a 4-bedroom house. Which means
so
that
is it remodelled into anything that you want?
Yeah, exactly.
To do it,
And I think many families in Uganda, they want to save for expanding their house while their family grows.
Yeah, true.
And this circular building system really facilitates that incremental expansion.
Okay.
And also at end of life, it means that you can reuse those materials instead of having to demolish a house. So the value of your house, we already talked about the lifespan of timber being easily over 100 years for properly maintained buildings.
Okay.
So it means that the value is basically there forever. Which I think when you look at the environmental challenges in the world with resource scarcity, climate change, these principles of the circular economy are critical to implement also in the construction industry, and that's what we have done in our system at Easy Housing as well.
Okay, so how long would it take to build, let's say, a 1-unit standard?
A standard 1 or 2 bedroom house, once you sign the contract, it takes around 3 to 4 months for the house to be completed. For the core and shell is that, yeah. Okay,
so that includes, processing prefabrication from the factory to setting up.
Yeah.
It's about 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so based on the weather in Uganda, how would you protect against heavy rains and
wind?